too.
Yeah. Jarrett, NWO 2000 is taking over. Jarrett booked Sid in 3 matches on the last episode of Nitro. 1 against Bray Wyatt's dad, 1 against Rick Steiner, and 1 against the Harris brothers in a cage.
This is a triple threat theater, is what they call it.
He stopped Jarrett actually stopped explaining the stipulations about halfway through. He goes, yeah, we're going to have a submission match against Mike Rotundo. Mike Rotundo. And then he goes, and there's a Rick Steiner match. And there's also... he goes, there's a handicap match against the Harris brothers. And then it shows footage of the match, and it's a steel cage match.
Yeah.
Okay, we just...
Cool.
All right.
Thank you.
So Sid wins. Forehead. Sid beats everybody.
Did you see the Rick Steiner thing, though, where there's like a pipe or a baseball bat that randomly hit both Rick Steiner and Sid, and then Sid falls on top of Rick Steiner and gets the pin?
That was such a crazy finish. Yeah, that was pretty nuts.
That's so fucked up.
He like peeked out of the curtain.
Yeah, also Jarrett decide who his opponent was for Super Bowl, and it's him. Ha ha ha.
Sid beats them all, but then Jarrett comes in and hits him with the guitar.
Hell yeah.
Which is every fucking Jarrett moment.
That's been every... I think that was every Jarrett storyline forever.
Yeah. It's perfect.
With a guitar.
I do love guitar hits. It's great.
And then they spray paint him with the NWO.
But the silver.
Yeah, Jarrett uses silver.
Because it's NWO 2000.
There you go.
And then he also says he will take bribes. I just want to put that in there too.
Okay.
It says, I will also take bribes. So cool.
So we go backstage. The NWO is back there. They're backstage with Steiner's Freaks. I don't think Steiner was back here though.
They're in the smallest locker room you could imagine. This is a closet, this fucking thing. There's 2 couches in it, and there's 10 people in there, and they're all hip to hip.
This
what is
is
happening
so
here?
fucked because they're... Okay, so like... As this backstage thing's going on, 3 counts in the ring, and their fucking music is playing so loud at the same time. I cannot hear a word that they're saying in this NWO locker room. All I hear is this 3 count music just blasting in the headset. No commentators or anything. They're just fucking all these 10 people are trying to talk.
It's not like just at the end of it either, where it's like segueing into it. Like this 3 count segment goes on for 3 minutes before we fucking see it, and you can hear it this whole time.
So I think what's supposed to happen is, like, you know, they make their entrance pre-tape before they go live to the arena, so then it's just so fucked. You can't hear anything at all. It's so loud. I have no idea what did the NWO even say at this time? I couldn't even hear them.
I think they were just talking shit about Sid and stuff, and Hall was saying Nash is going to be back, and Jarrett said Sid will be begging to get rid of his belt on eBay after tonight.
Was there an intro to this or not?
No, there wasn't.
I didn't see an intro.
There wasn't.
There was that slow WCW logo at the beginning.
Yeah, they just did hold open and
that WCW logo that I never knew was WCW.
Yeah, I guess there was no intro. You're right.
Yeah. Also, by the time we get to 3 count, I think 3 count is even confused about what's going on. They look very confused. So this stage isn't this is the WCW 2000 stage, so it's got the logo. It's just the big logo. I actually like this. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know if it's as good as when it had WCW on the side with the spinny twirly gimmicks, but I actually kind of like this entrance.
I remember the stage a lot, but I was a bigger fan of the gigantic fucking Tron that they had.
Yeah. This one I found out, I didn't actually know that the gimmick slid open, the words underneath slid open and people came through it. I didn't know it was a slidey
That's
gimmick.
really cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I
didn't notice that till later, but yeah, that's crazy.
One of my favorite stages of all time was the Madison Square Garden stage where it just kind of went.
Oh.
I like that. That was dope.
Yeah, that's cool.
So 3 count is in the ring. 3 count wants to perform their music, which has been going on forever on this show.
It's on the network. Horribly dope.
Yeah, super dope. They say they have a contest for all the ladies out there. You get a chance to win a date with 3 count.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the dub is fucked. I mean, everything just sounds horrible here.
Not only is the dub fucked, but the actual show, the gimmick is that their music is being fucked with by Norman Smiley in the back. So whoever had to dub this had to try to sync up the song being fucked up at the same time.
I wonder what it
sounds horrible.
Sounds like, because it doesn't sound good here. I wonder if it sounds better on the original version.
The idea was he was fucking with the music, so it wasn't supposed to sound good, but this actually sounded
It made it even more awkward. It actually made them all seem off. Yeah, it was weird. So Evan Courageous says to hit the music, but the music's been playing the whole time.
The music actually been playing.
I wonder
for
if that's
10
just a
minutes now.
network thing. Do you think that's a network thing, or do you think it was actually
No, I
on
think
the
that
actual?
I think that music was playing.
Just
I think
because
it was how it was.
Okay.
Because the music ain't stopped since the backstage of the NWO. So it pans back to the production truck, and Norman Smiley's in the back fucking with the music.
Wiggling.
It's wiggling and it's disrupting the waves. You can't stop this fucking music, man.
There's too much wiggle.
Yeah.
And then Norman's standing back there, and his theme hits. But Norman, the music is just so fucked at this time that Norman didn't even realize his music was playing. He's like, he stops for a minute, stares, he's hearing music playing, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that's my music."
Get out of
He
here.
starts doing the big wiggle dance. He's like, "Oh, I gotta get
And
it."
he wiggles out of the truck.
I love how he literally, it's like almost a chore for him to have to wrestle a match. He just wants to get to the big wiggle. He
Yeah.
just wants to, it's wiggle
And
time.
that's all I want to see too.
So Norman has beaten everyone in the group so far. I don't think he's beaten Evan Courageous, which is why he's having
Correct.
a match here tonight.
So Norman Smiley's gimmick was, "I will ass fuck you," and then
Yeah.
people loved it. And they
Anal
cheered for it.
destruction?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Yes,
say,
anal
yeah, he
destruction.
was OG Viscera. He was like, "I'm gonna set you up and I'm gonna fuck you in the ass," and the crowd popped for it.
You think he popped Viggy's in the back with the boys?
I don't think he needed to.
Oh, he was already scarfed
was
up.
brick-
I call him Big
Yeah, he
Ro
was
for a
brick
reason, you
breaking
know. Like,
There was some fun signs in the crowd here as well.
I have some written
like,
down too.
WWF sucks. Insane Clown Posse. And then
Dude, what was up
for
with
some
all
reason-
ICP signs?
a
Were they
lot of
like,
ICP. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
Big Juggalo and Juggalettes in Oklahoma. There was also the Roman Reigns logo. What the hell?
Is that-
was just there the whole time?
Time travel
Dump that in.
What the fuck is going on here?
Dude,
that was
all right,
edited.
I have a
Network?
couple other signs here that I thought were pretty good.
Okay.
There was one that said Haas Foundation. I don't know why I thought that was
Okay.
good.
Haas or
Will
like
HOSS.
Haas?
Haas
Oh, okay,
Foundation.
okay.
Will wrestle for beer sign. I always love seeing
I
that
do
one.
remember that
Oh,
one.
I love
Norman
those,
Smiley
yeah.
is my dad. Norman is
That's probably true.
hardcore. And then Foley lied sign, which
Dude,
I
okay.
don't know
Yeah,
what Foley
that was-
lied about.
That was there for the whole show. What did Foley lie about?
I don't know. Could be anything.
You want to make up something?
Yeah, he lied about Christmas. You fuck.
What a piece of fucking shit,
I
dude.
can't believe it, bro.
Maybe
Lied
that's
to me
what it
all these
was.
years
Oh,
about Christmas.
shit.
So Norman Smiley gets the roll up and he beats him. So he's officially
Yeah.
beaten everyone in 3 count so far.
In a fun outfit too. He was wearing a Tulsa Oilers hockey jersey here. He beat Shannon Moore dressed up as a catcher, and he beat Shane. Oh yeah, he beat Shannon Moore dressed as a catcher, and he beat Shane Helms dressed up as the Kiss Demon.
Dude, there's like 80 people in the show dressed up as the Kiss Demon at all times.
I don't know what's going on here.
I
Everyone
don't
loves
either,
Kiss.
man.
I fucking love Kiss.
Hey, bitch, I'm a big Kiss guy.
At one point, Mark Madden says, I don't know why I thought this was funny. Mark Madden, he kind of sucks, but he said his
sucks.
3 favorite bands are Led Zeppelin, 3 Count, and the Eagles. I thought that was a pretty good compilation of favorite bands.
Mark
Yeah.
Madden sucks.
Yeah, he does.
He lasts a while somehow in this era, and then the company dies. So who knows?
Tony
what's going on
Schiavone
here.
is so fed up with Mark Madden the entire night. Like, he's not even giving him anything. He's like, yeah,
I think
whatever.
Tony Schiavone's fed up in general. To be fair.
Every time there's a woman on the screen, Tony has to remind everyone, he's like, look, man, I'm married. I'm
sorry.
Like,
I'm
I don't
very
personally
sorry.
get this, but whatever.
Tony's like, I'm getting too old for this shit, man. I just want to talk about, I just want to go call some baseball. Please let me go.
War Tony.
He's been through the trenches, dude. He's like, this sucks. Get me out of here.
As James said, Danny Hodge is at ringside here, very old, and he loved it.
God, he loves Norman Smiley. Just loves him.
Yeah.
Norman Smiley then grabs the mic and goes, yeah, so I guess we'll just run this back at Super Brawl. Anyways, it's wiggle time.
It's wiggle time here in Tulsa.
That was awesome.
I'm gonna fight all of you. All right, cool.
Yeah,
He
so
says it's wiggle time, and then his music doesn't hit, and he says, I said it's wiggle time. Huh? And then they hit his music finally, and he starts dancing.
He starts wiggling.
so I guess it's Norman Smiley versus 3 count at Super Brawl. All of them. Just
Yes.
1 on 3.
Yep.
It's a handicap match at Super Pro.
Nitro is brought to you by Western Union. Is this
Great.
the only sponsor they ever had?
Well, that's the only one they had left.
I couldn't believe they didn't have DBZ Ultimate Battle 22.
They couldn't get Stacker 2, bro. It's not happening here.
Mark Madden and Tony announced Terry Funk versus David Flair later in an I Quit match. It was supposed to be Ric Flair, but
Yes.
Ric Flair, he is just
Dude,
off his
this-
shit, dude.
This whole storyline is so confusing, but I actually unironically love it.
Yeah, I
love
think it's good too. Funk sells the hell out of it, dude.
that match later. We'll get to it, but it's my favorite match of the show.
Yeah, Funk actually looked like he bought into it at the very end, like when
Yeah.
he was cutting
Oh,
that
yeah,
last
yeah,
bit of
during
a
that
promo.
match.
If anyone
is
was
so
gonna sell
good,
it,
yeah.
it's him, I think.
Yeah,
'cause-
he's just great, man.
Yeah.
So we go backstage. Jay Biggs is leading the police in the back where Booker's bags are. Booker is a contraband. So check his bag.
Shortly after Booker T lost the T in his name to Ahmed
He's lost
Johnson.
everything, man. They're taking everything from this guy.
He lost his theme song. He lost the T. He's now just Booker. And I believe he also lost Harlem Heat.
Dude, yeah, he's not an official member of Harlem Heat anymore. He doesn't own the rights to it.
Can't have nothing.
This is actually, I like this actually quite a bit.
I kind of do too.
Yeah. Like, I like that Booker lost the rights to the T in his name.
They gave it to Big T.
Jay Biggs,
also known as Ahmed Johnson.
Who was much larger now.
Jay Biggs also said that he was going to copyright strike Booker T for using his theme song.
No, he's gonna fucking put a claim on him, bro.
Copy strike Booker right now.
No.
Right now, copy strike.
Copy.
So Jeff Jarrett and the Harris brothers are walking to the ring backstage. We see that quite a bit. I think they just like that transition. They walk everywhere in WCW. Yeah.
I like it.
So a black limo rides up and 3 beautiful women step out of the car, and then last, Ric Flair. And then it shows a graphic for Sid versus Jarrett at Super Brawl.
So, I guess I'll talk about it now because they show them throughout the night.
Okay.
These graphics, do they have 4 different people producing graphics? Because
Maybe.
they are all over the place. There's different picture quality in every fucking graphic. Even the graphics in the Super Brawl advertisements. I feel like they use one for Hogan later. I feel like it's a WWF 1993 picture of him. That they use.
Yeah, you're right.
It's so weird. Like, it's all,
And
I
at
don't
one
know
point,
what's going on.
don't they use they actually use like a still image in the ring of one of the graphics, I think, at one point?
Yeah,
There's like still images from, like, not even cutouts, just like still images from the ring. I don't even know what it is.
They're advertising Sid versus Scott Hall, and the graphic is Sid looking cool and Scott Hall sitting backstage.
They just cut that out right then.
So 5 minutes earlier, probably, yeah.
Yeah, like, what the there's no other pictures of Scott Hall.
I love the idea that WCW never took any promotional pictures of anyone on their roster. They didn't even know who was on the roster half the time. They just had people kind of show up. They gave them $750,000 a year. Just whatever. Just be here whenever
just
we
go.
need you.
Do something. Produce anything, and we're not going to check it. And we're just going to put it on TV.
Super Brawl, it's funny because I think Super Brawl is one of the best wrestling pay-per-view names of all time. I think that's such a fucking pro wrestling
It's a good name
ever.
yeah.
But yeah, the graphics, you're right, were just crazy.
So weird.
In the Sid versus Jarrett graphic, it literally looked like Jarrett was Sid's kid. Like, he was gonna, like, yeah, we got a big.
They made him look real small.
Got a big birthday party coming up here. You want to head to Super Brawl? Yeah, it was real fucked up.
Yeah.
Speaking of fucked up, dude.
Oh no.
Scott Steiner is here, baby. There's a reason that Scott Steiner wasn't backstage in that NWO thing. It's because he didn't want to take off this pimp outfit.
He didn't want to expose the full purple pimp outfit that he came out in. It's the NWO 2000, Steiner, the Harris Brothers, Jarrett, the Freaks,
And
Scott Hall. So the reason we decided to watch this episode is for this promo. Everything else is a bonus.
The Scott Steiner promo. If you ever wanted a Scott Steiner promo, this is the one to watch.
I'd say this is peak Steiner out of control, I think.
They gave him, I feel like this segment was supposed to be 5 minutes, and Steiner said 15.
Yeah.
He's like, I got some shit I want to talk about.
They gave him a bunch of bullet points, and he hit none of them.
Not even one of them.
It promoted no matches.
It was very good.
It was great.
So they all come out. It's Scott Hall and Jarrett and Steiner and everybody here.
And Steiner and his freaks. He comes out with the
Harris
freaks. And
Brothers.
Mark Madden says, "Tony, you're a man who has needs. Which NWO girl do you like best? I like the blonde one, Tylene." And then what does Tony say? You probably have this written down, Johnny.
I don't have this. I actually don't
Tony
remember.
says, I'm a family man, but I like April and Kim. They're both really good.
I don't remember Major Guns being in the NWO.
I don't either.
She doesn't either. Neither did WCW, nor did NWO remember that.
Well, great.
Mark Madden is screaming at the top of his lungs as Scott Hall has the microphone. Say it! Say it!
And Scott Hall will not hit the hey yo. He won't do it.
He doesn't, dude.
Scott Hall doesn't say it. We stand up, problematic king. The Harris Brothers start Harris Brothers grab
They
them.
say it. Just a generic fucking promo from this dude.
Yeah,
I
they
don't even
go,
know which one of the Harris.
NWO in the house. Shut up, go away.
What we have
Nobody
standing here
cares.
in this ring is the Elite. the elite. That's what he said
I wrote
too.
that
I was like,
whoa. Elite. Actually, I
I was
wrote
like, oh
that.
shit, all right, cool.
So they hand the microphone off to Scott Steiner, and immediately Tony Schiavone goes, "Oh no." Oh my God.
Please, I can't stress enough this outfit he has on. It's a big purple jacket. It's like The Godfather, really. It's The Godfather. Godfather never looked this good, though.
It's absurd that
Big
they let
purple
him
hat.
do this.
It's like he went to one of those Halloween costume shops and got pimp outfit off the
Yes.
wall and put
Dude.
that on.
At one point, he finally takes off his outfit. He takes his glasses off. There's another set of glasses underneath it.
Oh, it looks like he stole the outfit from the artist formerly known as Prince Ikea. I wonder if he just stole that guy's outfit and wore it to the ring.
I think Lex Luger injured him, didn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Dog, this can never exist ever in wrestling again.
Oh no,
This
no.
is a once in a lifetime experience that you will never get to experience again. This is incredible.
Primetime TV. This
crazy.
happened on. This happened on primetime television.
2 weeks in a row here
Yes.
on Deadlock. We get to praise the gospel of Scott Steiner, man. One of the greatest of all time, never to be replicated. It literally cannot and will not ever happen again. So
You can't compare last week's Scott Steiner to this one though. This is a whole
this
different
is
freak.
the definitive Scott
a whole different
Steiner
freak.
experience.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
you
this is
want the
crazy.
Scott Steiner, if someone goes, why do you like Scott Steiner?
Yeah, what is
Point
it about
them
him?
Here,
Yes.
right here, and you will get the full mantra of Scott Steiner.
Dude, he should
So-
start a podcast called The Scott Steiner Experience.
He
Oh,
probably
I'd love
shouldn't.
it. I would love that.
He probably should not have a mic unless it's heavily edited.
Dude, he's gonna start the podcast off, and the first thing he's gonna say, bro, this goes to all my freaks out there, and Ric Flair, you old fuck.
Dude, he's got some
God.
all-time liners in this thing, dude.
He shits
Oh my
over
god.
everything, and it doesn't lead to anything. He doesn't. I don't even know if he wrestles in Super Brawl.
I wrote this I had to write like this whole thing down. I wrote this whole fucking thing down. He says, when
Dude.
Big Papa Pump comes to town, my hoochies come around.
They censored hoochies as well.
Did they? Oh,
Yeah, I
shit.
think so. Dude, Steiner doesn't have a match at Super Brawl. What is
He's
he
not
doing
booked
here?
on the show at all?
No.
Oh. I bet it was on like the whiteboard or whatever, you know. Oh, NWO
Maybe.
promo. You have like 20 whatever. There's your segment time. Go out there, do
There
whatever.
was no,
Go
this
ahead.
wasn't supposed to be here. This
James,
wasn't
take us
supposed to
through
be here.
this promo.
Okay, so first thing he says, he grabs the microphone. Tony Schiavone says, "Oh no, okay, this is gonna be an all-timer. This is it." Whenever I do the Ric Flair, you old fuck bit,
Yes.
this is the
It's this.
promo. This
Yeah.
is it. This is what comes to
Yeah.
my mind. So yeah, he goes, when Big Papa Pump comes to town, all my hoochies come around, and the crowd goes,
Yeah.
yeah, fuck yeah! They love this guy.
Hoochies.
Super over, man.
Yes.
Incredibly over. And then he goes straight into, and it's a shame we had to leave LA and come to this cesspool called Tulsa.
Immediately.
Oh yeah, he's the bad guy. And then he goes, last night when I was kicking it in the booty-o, proving that I was the daddy, that I was the king of the night. But I'm not one to brag, so Madeja and Kim tell him what it's like to be with the Purple Warrior. Mark Madden goes, the what?
Purple
So
Warrior.
fucked.
The Purple Warrior.
He's never worn purple before.
The Purple Warrior straight out of Tulsa.
So we're to believe that he was wearing this last night, the
Yes.
purple outfit, and he was having sex in it. And he just kept it on and went to Nitro.
So Freak Kim says he's not just anyone. He's our Superman.
Yeah.
And Scott Steiner goes, you're damn straight.
You damn right.
He goes, you're damn straight. He rips the jacket off to reveal the S shirt that is not Superman. It stands for Scott Steiner.
Steiner, of course.
Oh,
Steiner.
that's
Yeah,
so
of course.
sick.
And he goes into
Yeah,
his
he just-
bit. And I think this is where the promo was supposed to end, but then Scott said, I think I'm going to take this a little longer. He goes,
I'm
Scott
gonna say
rips
whatever
the
I
jacket
want
off, shows the Superman S on his chest, and he goes, and this goes to all my freaks out there. Big Papa Pump is your hookup. Holler if you hear me. That was it. That was supposed to be it. Jeff Jarrett was then supposed to
yes.
get the mic and go, I'm the commissioner. We got this match here tonight. He goes, and Ric Flair.
You old motherfucker.
You
I
old
think
fuck Ric
I-
Flair.
I think right before he starts talking, he asked somebody else, like, hey, do you want the mic? And they're like, no, I said what I want to say. And then he just goes, oh, Ric Flair?
Bet. Yeah.
Dude, he does holler, if you hear me. He looks around for a second. He decides to put his foot on the ropes. Ric Flair, you old fucking bitch.
He's a 53-year-old man with loose skin, still trying to say he's the man.
Dude, I say this line all the time. He goes, I watched a 53-year-old man come in here with more loose skin than a Shar-Pei puppy come out here and say he's still the man. I've seen Ric Flair. Number 2, the Nature Boy. Scott Steiner fucking cannot stand that he took the Nature Boy gimmick from Buddy Rogers.
He's a big Buddy Rogers mark.
Dude, remember what they're building to here, by the way. Ric Flair versus Terry Funk. Nothing
Scott
to do
Steiner
with
is
the
not
NWO.
involved in this angle at all.
This Ric Flair, Terry Funk, I Quit match they're building to, and Steiner's just going off.
Ric Flair had just gotten to the building as well. It must have sparked something in Scott. He was like, oh yeah, and another thing.
This dude went into a whole tirade. He said, number 2, the Nature Boy. And he been the butt in all the jokes because he's supposed to be the limo riding, jet flying son of a gun. But I'm saying one time, you should have taken a cab and used that money to fix your crooked yellow teeth.
Your crooked yellow teeth.
You got Freak Kim and Freak Madeja in the background going, yeah, yeah.
This, and the crooked yellow teeth line is an all-timer, but this fucking Buddy Rogers rant that he goes on
Oh
is,
my
is so
god.
unbelievably Scott Steiner.
Dude, he thought about ending the promo at the crooked yellow teeth. Then he put his
said,
foot
nah.
back on. He put the foot back on the rope, and he said,
Bump
"So
that."
I had to ask myself." And that's when you know when Scott starts using phrases like that. So I had
Yeah.
to ask myself.
Now everybody knows.
Now I know. It's like that's when you know that
Yeah.
you're about to get
The
10 more
wheels are
minutes from Scott.
spinning. Yeah, the wheels are spinning at this point.
So
Does Ric Flair have crooked yellow teeth?
Yeah, he does. He does.
who fucking knows?
You
Scott.
know who doesn't have crooked yellow teeth is Nature
Buddy
Boy.
Rogers.
The original Nature Boy.
So he puts his foot back on the rope and goes, so I had to ask myself, if WCW is going to hire the Nature Boy, number 2, why won't they hire the Nature Boy, number 1, Buddy Rogers?
Buddy, and like he says it, he says Nature Boy number 1, and he says his name as if he's dropping a bombshell, like he's exposing Ric Flair. Why did they hire Nature Boy number 1? Buddy Rogers. It's like the Matt freaking Hardy line.
Dude, this is the Matt freaking Hardy line. So he goes, Buddy Rogers. He takes a pause for a second, and the crowd's like, okay. And he goes, nah, no, Buddy Rogers is dead.
God rest his soul. But
This
so
is
is your
the-
career.
That was an all-time line right there. That's the greatest burn of all time. I know he's dead in real life, but your career's dead, motherfucker.
He took the time to continue this promo to question why WCW would not hire Buddy Rogers, and then it hits him that Buddy Rogers has been dead for a while.
Like a deer in
voice.
headlights. He's like, oh shit, he's actually dead. That's probably why they didn't hire him.
His tone and voice goes completely.
Yes.
It's like he had a fucking just.
He stopped
I don't even
being-
know. I don't even know the word.
He
I'm looking
stopped
for
being
here.
Scott Steiner for a minute and
He
had to
stopped
get like
being Scott
serious.
Steiner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, if WCW's gonna hire Nature Boy number 2, then he's gonna hire Nature Boy number 1, Buddy Rogers. And now I know Buddy Rogers is dead. God rest his soul.
Buddy Rogers. Buddy Rogers
Oh, I
died
was
in
gonna say-
1992.
It is 2000.
That's like the time Steiner realized the TNA ropes were red and the whole logo was red. And he was like, oh shit, it is red.
It is red.
So he keeps going. It's not done yet. God
It
rest
is
his
not
soul.
done.
This is
No.
good.
He goes, now I know Buddy Rogers is dead. God rest his soul. As he lays 6 feet under, he's still styling and profiling. Because when you use your little brain and stole his name, there was only one thing you couldn't steal: his class. So when you walk down that aisle, I know I wasn't alone. Because I know all these people grabbed the remote and changed the channel to the WWF to watch Stone Cold, a person you and your old friends got fired from here because you're a jealous old bastard.
Oh my gosh.
It's
So
how he
fucking good.
switches from the concerned Buddy Rogers line right back into
God rest his
now
soul.
you know.
When Scott Steiner says so, it's fucking over.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
oh, that's it.
You better
That's
watch
going.
out.
Dude, you gotta back up. And he starts the next line. So Ric Flair.
Him and his old friends ran out because he's a jealous old bastard. And then, fuck, this is... This Steiner knows that he has to stop soon, so he is just throwing out anything he can say at this point.
Did you watch the freaks in the back? Did you watch?
No.
Dude, they were like trying to do the math of butt
Hoochies?
sucking. They were in the back going, yeah, yeah.
There's never been a bigger ass kissing, butt sucking bastard in this
No,
business.
you're saying it
also
too
in
straight.
life.
He goes, butt sucking bastards. He like didn't know what he was coming
Butt
on next.
sucking. But in real life, he said, but also in life, but in real life, you're the biggest ass kissing, backstabbing, butt sucking bastard, and you belong where you're at in WCW. Because WCW sucks. And so do you.
Dude, I love how Steiner ties a nice little bow on it at the end to cap off
Yes.
the promo. WCW sucks, and so do you. Oh,
And I'm gonna stay right here
God.
in the NBO for life.
That's just like the cherry on top of the sundae right there. NWO
Ass
for life.
Backstabbing, butt sucking bastard.
In this
Dude.
business, but also in life.
Also in life, not just on the record, but also off the record.
That's for true. Oh shit. That's what we're gonna do from now on. It's not off the record, on the record. It's in this business and in real life.
Butt sucking.
Ass kissing, butt sucking.
Where the fuck does that come from?
He wanted to say butt fucking, but he couldn't.
He was looking for the words so hard here, man. He's like, I
he
remember
just wanted to say something that wouldn't get him in trouble, so butt sucking was what came out.
butt sucking. He kept it going too. He said, but also in and out off the record. That's the great. This is the greatest of all time. Tulsa,
For sure.
whack.
Yeah.
Ric Flair, whack. Buddy Rogers, he's tight as fuck.
He daps up Buddy Rogers, who's dead, 8 years. The show could have ended here and I would have been happy.
This was the whole show to me. I actually have no notes for anything else. This was just the show.
Dude, the fucking show gets way ridiculous.
This is crazy
Yeah, you're
though,
right.
because I remember back in the day, like, was it NoDQ.com or something?
NoDQ.com.
They uploaded this video on there, and I
Yeah.
watched it like a million times back in the day when you had to download those
Backstabbing.
videos.
Butt sucking bastard.
There's
And
never been-
the fans are cheering him now, so they're getting on the side. But Jarrett's got to
Fuck
turn
Ric
it back.
Flair. Well, Ric Flair's
Jarrett's
a
gotta
heel
turn it
now
around.
too at this time.
Is he?
Yeah, well, yeah, I
I
mean,
guess.
kinda, yeah. They were blurring the lines. Russo said these are
Right.
characters.
He's swerving him. Yeah, he's Ric Flair. Everybody loves Ric Flair.
And then Jarrett somehow has to follow this up.
Said, all right,
Jarrett-
guys. So
Yeah. All right. Let me take over.
I wrote down in my notes. I said I have to segment this because I did not expect anyone to talk after Steiner, but Jarrett did. Jarrett grabs the mic and goes, "Looks like we're back in Slapnuts country." How are we supposed to? What? No, we're
Yeah.
in fucking Buddy Rogers country now.
We're an ass kicking,
We're in
butt sucking
Hoochieville.
bastard.
Butt back stabbing, butt sucking bastard.
That's the country we're in now.
Oh my God.
Jarrett announces that Mark Johnson is going to be the referee for the Super Brawl match against Sid.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
an NWO paid off referee.
Yeah.
Was he like the way what's his
He
name
was kinda
was
like
the
Nick
ref back
Patrick.
in the?
Yeah.
Okay.
He also announces that the match at Super Brawl will also be no disqualification.
Okay.
Jarrett then also announces Scott Hall versus Sid Vicious in the main event.
Which I right after Jeff Jarrett announces that, Scott starts fake limping to try to get out of it. Very Kevin
It's
Nash.
and then he does this thing where he like puts his hand up, like how big Sid is. He's like, this dude's huge. I'm not gonna fight him.
The pantomiming is tremendous.
Yeah,
He
it's
goes
so
up
good.
to him limping, and Jarrett goes, "Oh no, you're cleared tonight, brother." So he goes, "We're gonna have that tonight." And Scott starts limping even more, and he looks over at Jarrett, and Jarrett goes, "Oh no, you're cleared."
Very WWE doctor-esque.
Yeah, this was good stuff here. Throw him a Z-Pack, get your ass out there. We gotta
And
work
Jeff
tonight,
says, and tonight this outsider's gonna be all up in your ass, Sid. What the fuck?
Sid, This outsider is going to be all up in your ass tonight. Now hit our music.
Yeah.
All right.
He is going to fuck you tonight.
Cool.
We cut backstage. Booker is walking backstage. He's talking about Jay Biggs taking all his stuff.
Yeah.
They took my colors, they took my music, but they're never gonna take my dignity.
They're gonna take that too.
Yeah, they are. So
WWE definitely takes that. Yeah.
David Flair's backstage with Crowbar and Daphne, and David is talking to, I think Mean Gene was back there, and he says,
Woo, me. Yeah.
I'm gonna fight one of my dad's fights tonight. Mean Gene's like, ooh, I don't know, man. You probably shouldn't do that. I'm doing it.
Yeah. all the while, Crowbar and Daphne are having a thumb wrestling match behind them.
They're always just having fun. David Flair's just
Dude, Crowbar's
there.
on this show like a million times. What does Crowbar do anymore?
He's over.
He's here all the time.
I wish Daphne
Yeah.
was on the show more.
Yeah, me too, dude. Good lord, she was
God
awesome.
bless. God bless.
So we get Booker, not Booker T, Booker versus The Wall.
The Wall brother.
It's The Wall,
And
brother.
Booker comes out with Midnight, but he does not have his typical music. He has some. I don't even know how to describe
Tiny
this music.
Tim. It's Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim music.
I literally thought it was gonna be Tip. Yeah.
It's,
Oh my gosh.
I forget what the name of the song is, like Woodchuck Game or something like that.
Woodchuck, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so they give him goofy music. He comes out. He's like, all right, you know what? I don't have my music, but I can still do my pyro. So he sets up to do the pyro. He does the jump. No pyro. He looks behind. What the fuck?
Jay Biggs took his pyro.
God damn it.
That
That's
was
so
great.
good. That's so good.
Yeah.
A lawyer stole the pyro too, and everything. He stole everything, but not his
There's
dignity.
another ICP sign in the crowd here that says, they all fear ICP.
Yeah, they're walking around the arena with ICP signs, literally walking in
whoop.
between the sections. Like
Yeah,
it's
whatever.
crazy.
Mad motherfucking Wicked Clown Love. That's all I know.
Oh yeah, so I was looking up this theme song to try and find it. I saw the thing with Booker T talking on his little podcast, and I didn't realize that
His little podcast.
Little baby
yeah,
podcast.
you know,
Little baby
okay.
Booker
So-
podcast.
It's a little podcast, yes, you know what I mean.
Yeah, little boy.
The song says yes, 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 no, 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 in Booker T's original song. I didn't realize that. So when it's like
Yeah.
yes, 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 no, no, no.
What'd
But
you think
Booker
it
actually
said?
looks at his hand and
What?
shakes his head up and down for yes, 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 and to the right for no, no, no. And I never knew that. That's why
I
he does
didn't
the
know that part.
Is that right?
That's what.
That
yeah,
makes
that's
a
why
lot
he does
of
the
sense.
5-time thing, and he goes yes, 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 no, no, no.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I thought he
'Cause I
was
was
just
like-
shaking his head.
so I was trying to figure out what is this woodchuck thing, and then you started talking about that, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy.
You
I
found
didn't
out
even
the
know
Little
that.
Baby Booker podcast.
The little, like, go to littlebabybooker.tv and you can watch it live.
Little
I don't know why I said little podcast. I don't know.
Hey, Little Baby
Fuck.
Booker podcast.
Not the
Little
Booker T
man.
podcast because the T
I'm
is
gonna treat you
gone.
like a little
Booker
man.
podcast.
Just the Booker podcast. Yeah.
The Booker podcast.
The Booker man, y'all.
So Booker versus The Wall. Booker will face Big T at Super Brawl for the rights to be in Harlem Heat again.
Why the fuck would he even want to at this point?
Why would
Goddamn.
why would you want to be if nobody wants you around? Why would
He
you
just
want
wants
to
his
be
dignity back. That's his team.
Booker goes out of his way to lose this match.
It's The Wall, brother.
The Wall, he whoops the Wall's ass. And he hits him with all of his moves. He does the scissor kick, he does the spinneroonie, he does the bookend, and he goes to the top. After doing the bookend, he could have pinned him. I guess he's going for the Harlem Hangover, Houston Hangover. What's he call it?
Harlem in WCW, Houston in
Houston.
WWE.
That's true. Right. Yeah. So he's going for that, and then Jay Biggs comes out with security and interrupting him, and he just gets distracted, gets crotched, chokeslammed, and pinned.
Arrest this man.
Booker, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Arrest this man.
Yeah.
Attempted murder.
Jay
You know,
Biggs.
talk about how crazy Jay Biggs looks at this point.
Jay Biggs has many injuries. He has
He's
neck
very
brace.
Full body cast on,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
full brace. His
Jay
jacket's on
Biggs-
one arm. He's got that suit jacket on one arm as he's walking
It's
around.
just
the
hanging
entire
off,
time.
yeah.
It's so crazy.
He is out here to have Booker T arrested for assault and battery, culpable negligence, reckless endangerment, and attempted murder! Take him out! He's a hardened criminal! Don't be gentle with him! He's a killer!
Yeah,
He's
they're
a
just holding
criminal!
him. They're holding his arms, walking him out. He said, "Don't be fucking nice to this guy."
He's a criminal! Take that criminal out of here!
Jay Biggs was great.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he was really good.
Who
He
is?
was-
Was he in WWF? Is that or was he just a WCW guy?
I have
Honestly,
no
I'm not
idea
too
who Jay
sure.
Biggs
I don't
is.
know
never
what
really
happened
looked
after
him
this.
up.
This is this
Because
is
I
pretty much
thought
all
it,
I know.
I thought it was.
Oh, is it Clarence
Mason? But I
Mason?
wasn't sure. Oh, is it
Yeah,
Clarence?
it is.
See, I thought it was,
Yeah,
but I
it
wasn't
is.
sure.
It's Clarence Mason.
That's
yeah,
my
yeah.
fucking guy, Nation. That's my fucking guy.
Oh, he was in WWF or WCW, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which makes a lot of sense for 2000, really.
Yeah. They even got Jay Biggs in here.
Attempted murder.
So we're back to the NWO backstage. Brian
Little
Knobbs.
small locker room.
Brian Knobbs breaks into the office, and everyone else goes, "Oh my God, there's really shit in here." Knobbs breaks into the office. He goes, "What, you think you're swerving me?" I'm like, "Oh, brother." Guys, I wrote down my notes, get this fucking guy out of here, man. So Jarrett makes Brian Knobbs versus, I thought he was making Brian Knobbs versus Finley, but he makes Brian Knobbs versus
That's
Bam
what I
Bam
thought.
Bigelow.
No, so he's playing mind games with him, right? So he Knobbs wants
He
Finley,
thought he was
right?
fighting
But-
Finley?
Right, so Knobbs wants
But I
Finley.
thought-
He's like, no. He goes, okay, I'll give you Finley. And then he walked in. Yeah, you'll be in the ring with Finley, but Finley, because they're trying to get Finley versus
You
Knobbs.
were
So
able to hear them talking?
I had no idea that happened.
You
I was
were
trying to figure out the story.
But-
And yes,
put
I
it
had to
in
listen to
70
Knobbs.
decibels?
So he wants to fight Finley, but
So
him and
apparently
Finley come out
he tricked him the
together.
week before. He tricked him the week before and was like, yeah, you'll get Finley, but Finley refed. And so then he did the same thing this week where he's like, oh no,
But why
Finley's
did
gonna
Finley come
ref.
out with him?
Finley was screwing him over because Finley, I don't know.
Well, we
I
get
don't
to
know.
talk about what Finley did in this match later, which is just absolutely fucked. But Brian Knobbs also has a broken fucking arm, and he goes, "I'm
Yes.
wrestling anyway." So they say, "Whatever."
Yeah.
We really don't care.
Jared says you're cleared.
Yeah, you're
No,
clear.
you're
We got a 50-second match later. Make it go.
Jared asks if Knobbs wants to fight tonight. Knobbs with a broken arm says yes, and Scott Hall says beat it, monkey.
He said, "I will." Bye. So we have Terry Funk backstage with Arn Anderson. Arn is asking if Terry is going to go through with the David Flair I Quit match tonight because he just wants Ric Flair in the I Quit match. But
If you
David Flair's
close your
stepping up.
eyes, this was one guy talking to himself.
Yeah, Arn, you can barely hear Arn at all.
I hate Arn's WCW promos. They're so, yeah, I'm going to wait to see what Terry does out there. And
Well, this is like the complete opposite of the water bottle gimmick where they mic'd him up too much. And
Yeah,
you could
this
hear
is
the
not
water bottle.
mic'd
This
enough.
is not mic'd
Yeah.
at all. I think this
So
is
I
just
guess-
an onboard microphone.
This Funk and Flair thing, Arn is in between it. So Funk has been wanting him to pick a side. You know, cross the line, pick a side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says, I don't know where they stand. And Funk says, you told me you would tell me where you stand. You told me tonight. You told me tonight.
You told me you
He's
said
just
you were going to tell me
screaming.
tonight.
Arn's gone for 5 minutes. He's still screaming.
Turns out Arn actually told him where he stands. He just couldn't hear him.
Oh.
Oh, you did. So we're backstage again. After that, Lenny Lane and Lodi are backstage, and they want to face the Mamalukes, who are the tag team
also-
champions.
They also want to fuck rats.
Fuck rats and be on Thunder.
For some reason, they dumped Miss Hancock. Why the fuck they would do that? I don't
Yeah, good
understand that. Dumbass
Hey.
thing.
Hey, bro.
They dumped Hancock to go chase ring rats. That's what they did. Cool.
man.
Cool
They
guys.
just couldn't handle the Hancock.
Yeah, Hancock was too much. They have a Tank Abbott match against the Barbarian. This is
Huh.
a shoot fight rules match.
So this is building to a classic match. This is building to Tank Abbott versus Big Al.
Big Al, former bodyguard.
Now, do you remember what happens between Tank Abbott and Big Al?
Nah, tell us.
Big Al and Tank Abbott have a match. I think it's at Super Brawl.
It is. They do wrestle
sense.
Super Brawl, yes.
Yeah, it is I believe it's a shoot fight as well. Oh no, sorry, it's leather jacket on a pole. Actually, that's the match.
Okay.
Because they're
Of
fighting over
course.
leather jacket. And at the end of the match, there's having a smudge on the outside, and Tank Abbott pulls a knife for shoot
Oh my God, I remember
on
this.
Big Al and puts it to his neck, and they have to quickly cut away.
What the hell?
Yes, they just were, yeah, that's just how Tank Abbott was.
Did
I don't
Tank
know why.
get fired after this, or did he stay around and they just went on with it, or what?
No, this is before 3 count. He's definitely with 3 count at some
shit,
point.
it
So
was, yeah.
here's
Oh
a picture
my
I'll send
God.
in the chat for you.
Big Al?
Check the chat.
Die,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
that is, he has him goozled. Big Al's laying on the floor, and he has a knife at his neck. I don't know why that happened, but yeah. So, I believe the quote was, he puts a knife to his neck, and he said, "I could fucking kill you." And then the camera pans away, and Tony Schiavone tried to say it was scissors that he was trying to he could cut his beard with, but no. Tank Abbott wanted to slice his fucking throat.
What's Tank Abbott gonna do?
Man, I can kill you.
He's gonna skin him, I think. Does he have a knife to his throat? I think maybe that was a pair of scissors going to cut off his beard or something there.
He's gonna kill Big Al.
He was going to kill Big Al on the show.
Oh my
Big Al's in the Big Al was in the crowd for this shoot fight rules match because
Yes.
he don't like that Tank Abbott is a wrestler. He don't like that he's doing a wrestling thing. So they have a wrestling match at the pay-per-view.
On a pole. Leather jacket on the pole.
Leather jacket on a pole match. While Tank Abbott just had a shoot fight rules match here. Instead of having a shoot fight rules match at the pay-per-view, they have a leather jacket on the pole.
That's of course. So Barbarian jumps Tank Abbott to start this match. Before Tank even gets in the ring, Tank's fighting back, and then like at one point, like the ref like falls in between them, like trying to break them up or something. But he
Oh,
falls
it's so
between them.
funny. He caught himself though.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know if that
You're
was
like,
on
"Whoa,
purpose.
look at the ref."
I actually think this was planned, to be honest.
That's what. But why?
Because he does okay, so like he
To distract
crawls on
how
his
bad
knees.
the fake punch from Tank Abbott
Well,
was.
he crawls on his knees, so then it's like a distraction. You can just hit that punch through. I don't know. This was just the
guess.
way it was booked. But it's
was
so
strange.
weird. It was
Actually,
strange.
from what I heard backstage, like 30 minutes before they came out, Tank Abbott said, "You better do that, or I'm gonna cut your fucking throat."
You know, he went up to Barbarian and said, "You know, I can fucking kill you."
And then they said he was gonna cut Barbarian's beard off with scissors or something. It was real
He
weird.
said, "I'm gonna wear this leather jacket tonight, or you're gonna fucking die." That's on
And
you.
then
Pick one.
it's weird. That same promo in the back, you could hear Ric Flair. It's the Steiner was preparing for his promo.
No, Steiner's just talking to himself backstage. That fucking bitch, Ric Flair.
But yeah, Tank
That's
Abbott wins
awesome.
via KO.
Yeah, there you go. Big Al is in the crowd, and then that's where it leads to that.
And he almost dies.
That's what you get, buddy.
Oh, wow.
Crowbar is backstage. He walks up to the demon's casket. This is where the demon comes out of.
Yes.
He knocks on it to make sure that no one's in there, and then he starts air guitaring on the outside.
Yeah.
Daphne then screams really loud in the back, and then he runs away.
Why?
Cool.
Dude, I don't know. I thought
All right.
I thought maybe she was like they're
That's
gonna
what I
go and
thought.
she got hurt or something, or like someone
Maybe she got
attacking her,
kidnapped
or...
by Kiss, and
But
Gene
no.
Simmons was giving her the tongue.
No, they
like a song, like a
said they
song.
said that Daphne caught Crowbar goofing off, and that's why she
right,
screamed.
but
I see.
That's what she
but
does.
that's
I
not
would
what
just walk
happened.
up to him and say, "Let's go."
That's not what happened.
No, that's what
Come
she
on
does.
now.
She just screams. That's what her WCW thing was, screaming.
Oh, I know
Right,
that.
but
She's
she
Scream
wasn't
Queen,
on
but,
screen. She wasn't on screen. She
Like if I just watched this, I would have no idea what was going
yeah,
on there.
nothing's happening.
That could go for this whole episode, John.
That's fucking true. You're right.
So this very
Speaking of
greatly named segment here, the Kid Cam.
Kid Cam,
The
which
Kid
is
Cam.
of course Billy Kidman.
Yeah, old Bill
The
Adult
camera.
Man.
This is not a good name for the
The
camera.
Kid Cam.
You don't
That
think
is
you don't think filming Tori Wilson with the Kid Cam is good?
That's basically about to turn into a porno, and it's
The
called
Kid Cam's
Kid
filming naked
Cam.
women. He said.
I ain't turning this shit off for nothing if it's women.
Tori says, "Please turn off the Kid camera."
No.
He says, "No." Nope.
This is
I
very
won't.
bad. Do not call this the Kid Cam.
The Kid camera
Please.
was filming
You're
naked
gonna
women
go to
in the
jail.
WCW locker room.
WCW had a Kid camera filming naked women. Just let that set in.
Billy the Child had a Kid camera.
A kid was filming naked women. Okay.
That's awesome.
So moving on to another great segment,
Oh God, it only gets better.
Oklahoma.
Dude, they could have me do this.
You actually sound more like,
More like
JR than Oklahoma
Okay,
did.
you know what? I appreciate that, James.
So Oklahoma is supposed to be a Jim Ross parody for anyone that doesn't know.
He even has OK in the WWF scratch logo on his.
I like
on
that
his
actually.
jacket.
Okay, thing's
On
kind
his
of
shirt,
funny.
yeah, on his
I think
polos.
that's good.
So Jeff Jarrett has made Oklahoma the general manager of the WCW Women's Division.
A new division that I will spearhead.
I love that
But I hate
they
women.
just tried to erase the entirety of the history of the division they already had. He's like, this is a brand new division we never had on this show before.
Never before, never again.
I would like to remind everyone that at this point, Eric Bischoff is not here anymore. He was let go in '99.
Yes.
Eric Bischoff spearheaded probably one of the best women divisions of all time when he was there. And
Yeah.
then
Right.
2000 hit, and this is what they did.
See ya.
Yeah, they had Akira Hokuto as the women's world champion at that point. They were working with Gaia Japan. They were doing a lot of really innovative shit. Do you have any of the Oklahoma quotes written down?
I have some stuff that he said here. I can try to
Okay,
get here.
please let the people know what Oklahoma said.
So Oklahoma, he said, I was born to spearhead this division. You're looking at the GM of WCW Women's Division. We all know women have no place in wrestling. That's what he follows it up with.
That's a great way to start a women's division by
Women
saying
have
they
no
have no
place
place
in
in wrestling.
And I want to make it easy for these women. I'm going to look out for them. I'm going to give them rigorous medical examinations, which I will be personally present for each and every one.
Before that, he says, "Bless their little hearts for trying." I'm like,
Bless
oh my
their little
god.
hearts, yeah. Like, they're adorable. That's what he says too, yeah. And then a doctor comes out. Dr. Haywood Jeter, a world-renowned cosmetic surgeon who comes out here, and you know he's a doctor because he has his stethoscope on.
Because he's a doctor, yeah.
And he comes out and he says Medusa has ligma.
That's
Oklahoma says, "What is ligma?"
Joe Mama.
Ligma, no, not.
The doctor has a big red, white, and blue tie and a stethoscope. Yes, Oklahoma asks him if he's worked on Medusa, and the doctor says yes. He says, "Well, have you done Medusa's nose?"
No, hold on a second. He says, "Can you tell me what's been done to Medusa?" And he says, "I can't say." And then they go, doctor-patient confidentiality.
You know, HIPAA. Yeah, and then he says, "I can't say," and then he proceeds to say everything. He says everything. He does not stop saying things, actually. Says, have you done Medusa's nose? Yes, actually. Have you done her eyes? With eyes? It's a cosmetic surgeon. God, what,
You done her toes?
Have you done her lips? Did you augment Medusa's chest? You do any? And he says yes to all these. Did you do anything else? And Dogger says, well, yeah. And he says, well, what else did you do? Did you work on Medusa's ass? Oh my God. Medusa has no place in this division. As Aretha Franklin once said, you make me feel like a natural woman, and there's nothing natural about this woman.
Oh my gosh, Johnny, you're giving this segment too much credit. It is not that good. No. But the way you're saying it is not how he talks.
He did not have as much heart in what he said.
You put this overweight. You actually should have been Oklahoma.
I mean, if I said that Aretha Franklin, I would have been good. So
sorry, you weren't Fat Ed Ferrara in 2000.
Medusa comes out, bounce into the ring.
Oh my God, bro.
all due respect. Fuck.
I don't
Nice
even.
things were thinking respectfully.
Yeah,
My
like
God,
I don't even
dude.
know how she thought she was gonna be able to wrestle after that. Like they were seriously.
They were half her body
Crazy.
weight. Listen,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah,
thank
cool.
you, Doc.
Well,
Dr. Haywood Jeter, thank you so much.
She was pretty much done at that point. She was just kind of doing the monster truck thing.
You gotta help my division.
Yeah, that's true. She's that spearhead in the new division.
She comes out, she slaps the doctor, and then she's wearing these high-ass heels and kicks both of them, and it looks good, too. These awesome kicks she hits,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
she breaks the clipboard over the doctor's head, and then
That
she
was
starts
good.
performing cock and ball torture on the doctor.
I wrote down that this is absolutely a Russo fetish segment. There's
starts
no
just
other way.
Stepping on his cock and balls in her high heels.
And she's talking to him. She's like, "Yeah, you like that? You like that, Doc?" Like this is a Russo fetish.
And they zoom in
segment.
too. They like zoom in on his boot
Yeah.
as his cock and ball
Look at his cock. Look at the doctor's cock.
Look at the balls,
Look
look
at
at
the cock,
the balls,
look at the cock,
look
look at the cock, la 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 la. You can tell Russo
Yeah.
was like, get in tight, get in
Get
in
in
on that
tight
shot.
on
I
the
want to see
dick
that.
and
I want to see
Please,
that.
zoom in on
Russo.
the cock and ball torture, please.
Yo, bro, you gotta zoom in on that. That's the money shot right there, brother.
That's the funny shot.
Yeah, so that was the beginning of the.
At
That
least,
was
okay.
the beginning of the women's division. Never had one.
At
before.
least he
Never had
talks a
one.
bunch of shit and then Medusa comes out and stomps on his balls. So I mean,
Well, it'd be
I
nice
guess
if
he
like,
looks.
yeah, but like the division actually, like, do they even have a title? I don't think they, ever have a title.
They did have a title.
For a million years ago, right? Before this,
Like
Didn't-
or like
5
6 years.
ago.
Didn't
Yeah,
Medusa
yeah.
just win the
A million
hardcore title at
six.
one point or something? I
She
feel like
does.
that's
Yeah,
where
she
this
beats
division
Oklahoma
went.
for it.
Fuck. That's the division.
Did you
That's the
augment
women's
Medusa's
division.
ass?
Medusa
my
beating
God.
Oklahoma for the hardcore championship. The
Aretha
WCW
Franklin,
women's division.
please.
Oh my God. He was so blown away when he
He
said
couldn't
he
believe.
augmented Medusa's
Did you
ass.
augment Medusa's ass? Yes. Oh my! Tony's right. This segment really was not good.
It was horrible.
It's
But
really
at least she kicks him in the balls and stomps on him.
Sure,
and,
of
gets a little
course.
retribution for them talking about it. They came out and said, we're starting a women's division. They have no place in this business ever. Bless their hearts for trying, though. Fuck,
Oh,
that's
God.
so fun.
Did you argue with his ass?
Yes. Help!
Insert the side clip of Jim Ross on fire.
Stone Cold staring at him. Not helping.
I was like, whoa, what? Oh my god.
This segment really sucked. I promise it sucked.
Oh, also, fuck, I forgot to mention this. As they're burying all women and they can't wrestle and they suck and they should never be in this business, they pan to women in the crowd and show them. So that's really good as well.
Who also don't care.
Pants to a woman in the crowd. She's like, woo!
Women are dumb sluts.
I
Yeah,
agree.
let's go.
We suck.
Yeah, you go, did you augment Medusa's ass? And it goes over to the crowd. Woo!
Yeah, augment her ass.
Oh, 2000 was a different era. Boom, boom.
I feel like we need to create a Mecha Medusa character.
That'd be
Augment
awesome.
Medusa's ass.
We can recreate it.
We have the
Faster,
technology.
stronger, cheekier.
Oh, anyways, Ric Flair, you old bitch.
they show Flair and his hoochies watching the TV backstage. Cool.
Ric
They're
Flair
watching
walks.
TV.
Dude, he walks, just walking, and he sees a CRTV and goes, whoa.
He looks at TV to watch Nitro,
It's him
and it's
on the
him on
TV.
TV. And then he walks off frame, and they stay on the TV, and it's just like a loop of all these same TVs. It's like, hell yeah, let's see what's going on this TV. It's just him standing there. What the
Stop.
fuck?
That is the man.
Holy shit.
They should have shown Steiner, you old bastard.
Steiner should have popped up behind the TV.
All right, so Mean Gene's backstage with Terry Taylor. Or he's
Yes.
backstage. He says Terry Taylor's got some news coming up. They come back from commercial. They
the
get to it in a
executive
minute.
board has been a closed-door session for a couple hours. Terry Taylor has some big news after this, and then they come back. We're back.
We're back. Terry Funk and Dave Flair walk in the ring. That match is next. But first, Terry Taylor says the board can't change the people in matches. Okay.
Why not?
But yeah, okay. But they can change the stipulations. So they take away Mark Johnson. Mark Johnson's not here no more.
Bam,
And
non-fact.
then he says, we're also going to make it a world title match.
For the match tonight, right?
Scott Hall versus
Yes.
Sid Vicious tonight. A world title match. You know what I wrote down after that? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question
So
mark.
eventually they try to explain it as, oh, well, they're trying to fuck with the NWO because Hall wants to win the title. So that's why they're doing that. Even though Hall is horrified of Sid Vicious.
Currently,
So-
Sid Vicious is on the WCW side of things,
Yes.
and he's the champion.
Yes.
This
so they
is
want him
what
to lose
they
the title.
want.
Yeah. They'd
So
rather him
Terry
lose the
Taylor
title.
goes, we're going to make it a world title match, and we hope that the NWO wins the world title.
Because we have no faith in Sid, we might as well get this title off of him now, so NWO has to fight at the pay-per-view. That's what they're saying.
So we would like our pay-per-view Super Brawl to be headlined by the NWO, all of them. None
Yes.
of our people, all the NWO.
Yes.
What is going on?
Terry Taylor, Red Rooster, stupid cock.
So anyways, we get to Terry Funk versus David Flair.
Yes.
This is an I
Which-
Quit match.
This I loved. I thought, I was like, damn, this is gonna be whatever. David Flair, you know what it is.
He didn't come out
But-
to that, though.
I really liked this whole thing here.
Yeah,
it
he
was
didn't come out to
fun.
he came out to
Ric Flair should have had enough bullshit. I don't want to waste my time. Wrestle like my dad.
Okay, I want to talk about David Flair again.
Okay.
You know, looking back at it, like I kind of hated it at first, but looking back at it, this is like the fucking greatest character of all time. David Flair fucking rules. Like, your dad does not give a fuck about you. You have a ton of money, and you just go nuts because you're living in the shadow of your dad, who's like a fucking superstar, but he doesn't give a shit about you.
He doesn't even want to be there. He's forced to be Ric Flair Jr. because he's Ric Flair's son. He just wants to be David Flair. He's hanging out with a bunch of cronies. He's like a high school fucking outcast.
It's like your parents have a shit ton of money, so you just like go hang out with the bad kids because you're like, fuck my rich parents and my lifestyle. This fucking rules. It's actually really good. I like it.
It is. It is cool. I mean, he's hanging out with Crowbar and Daphne right now.
Dude,
he is Raven. He's got his own vlog. I mean, there you go.
Raven's gone. They said, "All right, David, you're up."
You're cracking. He's a
They show a recap, a video of all the Ric Flair versus Terry Funk matches to hype up the match that Terry Funk's having with his shitty son. It will be nothing like this.
Yeah, it's not gonna be anything like this. Don't worry about this.
Dude, that I Quit match.
Don't worry about it.
That one I Quit match, Terry Funk, Ric Flair, that still rules to this day. I think it was like one of the clashes.
Yeah, Clash.
Dude, that still holds up to this day. It's fucking
The one that
awesome.
they reference, the one Flair Funk thing that will always stand out to me, I'm sure most people